In this video, I'll revisit the RF lenses rumored and announced for 2020. There is something for everyone, from affordable to expensive, from photography to video.
Delivering informative capability-based reviews and tutorials on camera gear, filming techniques, and content creation.
I'm Simon Yates from The Ordinary Filmmaker. If you're new here, make sure you click the subscribe button, and all the links to everything I've talked about in this video are in the description down below. On January the 10th, I published this video about affordable Canon RF glass coming out in 2020. On January the 20th, I published an in-depth review of all lenses released by Canon since 2018, and rumored lenses due out in 2020. Today I have an update on the forecasted lenses for this year. Then I'll discuss the lenses due out later this year. Some of these rumors are backed up by patent filings giving more certainty. The affordable Canon RF 24-105 f4 to 7.1 STM was recently announced on February the 12th for a lower than anticipated price of $399. I recently saw the RP on sale for $899. That's a cheaper combination than the Canon 90D kit with the 18-135. Canon stated that the 24-105 will also come in kit form for the R and the RP. For photographers in the audience, would you rather go with a 90D kitted with the 18-135 or the RP kitted with the 24-105? For video shooters, I still think you're better off with the 90D or waiting for the R6. For more detail on these two cameras, watch this video. It's one of my early ones, so be prepared for less than stellar optimal audio, graphic overlays, or video quality, but the information is still relevant. I still think the EOS R is much better than the RP for video, and the 90D is better than the EOS R for video. But I like the RF system. I'm waiting to see more details on the R6 before I make my decision. The 24-105 is perfect, go-anywhere, general-purpose lens for the price-conscious ordinary filmmaker. It's compact, it's lightweight. It should have been released with the RP when it came out last year. I still believe that the 24-105 f4L series is good value at $1099, but it's hard to deny this new lens makes full frame affordable to the ordinary filmmaker. It's very wide at 24, making it perfect for landscapes. It also covers all the portrait focal lengths of 50, 85, and 100. Lenses with the STM moniker mean that they are designed for video in mind with smooth and quiet focus pulls. For those with a higher budget, consider the L series version of this lens as your go-to general-purpose lens with better build quality and weather sealing. The L series is f4 all the way out to 105, so it performs much better when zoomed in when light isn't so bright or great. The Canon RF 100-500 f4.5 to 7.1 was also announced on February the 12th. If you missed both of these two lenses, you can be forgiven, as this was the day that started out with Nikon announcing the Nikon D6, and people getting very upset about it, and then finishing the day with Canon announcing the EOS R5. I'm not sure what to think of this lens. The Canon EF 500mm f4 is an amazing lens, and it's incredibly sharp, and has an f-stop of 4. It's great for wildlife and sports photography, but it will also set you back a cool, wait for this, $8,999. Youch! Can't justify this one for the ordinary filmmaker. Nope, not even on sale. Slightly scuffed, with a minor dent and on clearance for some reason. The newly announced 100-500 will likely cost a lot less. Granted, the 100-500 focal length and being L series suggest it won't cost below $2,000, but the f4.5 to 7.1 focal ratio range suggests it will not cost anywhere near $9,000. And it's also missing image stabilization, so there's that. What do you guys think of this lens? What do you think it will cost? With its focal ratio range and not having image stabilization, who do you think this lens is designed for? Also announced on February the 12th are two RF extenders, the 1.4 and the 2x. There is something very appealing with extenders. The ability to extend a 24-105 to 210, or take a 24 to 240 and make it 480. Or the newly announced 100-500 and extend it to 1000. These are great for wildlife photography and sports photography. Compared to the cost of buying a 500mm lens and the weight, extenders are a big win for the ordinary filmmaker and photographer. However, like any elixir, you need to be aware of the side effects. The 1.4 extender reduces how much light gets to the sensor by a single stop. The 2x extender reduces the amount of light reaching the sensor by 2 stops. That's very significant. The 24-240 has a focal ratio range of 4 to 6.3. Losing 2 stops would reduce the effective focal ratio range to between 8 and 10. Not a problem if you're shooting on a sunny day, but it will greatly reduce that blurred background. There's no free lunch. To avoid you having to do some math yourselves, I created this chart so you can measure the side effects against any lens you are planning on pairing an extender against. However, if I did this for every lens live here, well, we'd be here for a long time and it would be rather boring. Anyways, the wider the lens, the better the extender will work. That concludes what has been announced this year. Now, let's take a look at what is rumored for the rest of 2020. I like the 10-24 from the viewpoint of a YouTuber with a constant f4 through the entire focal range. It's good for small studios and getting wide open landscapes. From the latest poll I conducted, 18% of you already have your own YouTube channel and another 54% are thinking of starting one. So if you've got a studio space that's small, this is a lens you should consider. Also, it does not have image stabilization. It's not the best option for the ordinary filmmaker unless you have your hands on one of those new EOS R5s or rumored R6 bodies with image stabilization, or at least it's set on a tripod. We have 2 options for the 35mm focal length in the RF system, the 35mm f1.8 and the 15-35 f2.8. The 35 f1.2 fits the gap in a big way. Much better optics and build quality than the 35mm and better optics than the 15-35 as it goes down to f1.2. Zooms always provide a compromise over optics, but I still prefer the 15-35 for video shooting. I'm going to have to make a lot of videos if I'm going to afford that lens though. It's $2,300, but I love the optics. I love how sharp video is. It works very well for run and gun in close quarters and doubles as an excellent lens for YouTube. However, the optics for the 15-35 still work well for photographers. The question is, just how wide do you need to get? We also expect to get 2 more affordable lenses with the STM architecture, the nifty 50 and the 85mm, both at f1.8. These lenses are ideal for portrait photography, but could be used for video where the subject is not in motion. I have both the EF 50 1.8 and the 1.2. Both provide good smooth focus and keep focus locked on to the subject for doing YouTube videos, but any sort of running around and they just can't keep up. Canon stated that they are not just looking at video from a camera perspective. They are also working on how to make RF lenses better for video capture as well. So maybe these new lenses will have quiet autofocus suitable for video. For YouTube work, this won't be a concern if you're using a lapel mic or have a shotgun mic aimed at your subject. Camera-mounted mics tend to pick up on the focus motor unless it's absolutely quiet, like that 50 1.8 that I have. It uses the STM architecture, but a camera-mounted mic can hear it clearly when focusing. The last rumored lens for 2020 is the 70-135. Doesn't that one excite? Combining 2 popular focal lengths never before combined into a single pro lens. We had speculated that Canon would release an RF 135 macro in 2020. We did not expect it to be a zoom starting at 70mm. It has an f2.0, so it means business. This should get many photographers excited and confuse a few video shooters. Sure, we have an RF 70-200. It's a good lens. It's lighter than its EF version and takes up less space. But this is a new focal length. I love having 70mm at one end and 135 at the other. It's not as though Canon cut off 136-200. This lens has a completely redesigned set of optics. If you think I might just be getting a little too excited over nothing much, look at the difference between the 28-70 compared to the 24-70. The older EF 135 lens was and is popular with portrait photographers. It's very sharp. Other than sharpness, There are 3 other reasons why the 135 is so popular. The ability to separate the subject from the background, and the ability to create a smooth and blurry background, and that beautiful bokeh. The 135 has the ability to capture the subject with incredible detail. It captures every blemish, every wrinkle, every hair out of place. It captures life as it happens. Some may not consider it very wide at f2, but many photographers shoot portraits between f4 and f6 on this lens and still get a beautiful soft blurry background. But to combine the 135 focal length with f2.0 and have 70mm focal length in the same lens at f2 as well, and Canon has a winner. That's powerful. Many portrait photographers are going to love this lens. Sorry filmmakers, but this is not for us. I'm sure some of you are going to try, but this is designed with portrait photographers in mind. I don't expect this lens to cost less than $2,300, and would not be surprised if it starts at $2,999.
Thank you for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. All equipment used and notes are placed in the description box, show more box, or down arrow thingy next to the title on the mobile app.